Today I'm going to continue removing this little molding strip off the floor and remove the plastic cover off of the wheel hump on that side. I got to take this one off. Just little plastic buttons that hold on. And might start working on removing this seat rail and maybe get into what's behind all this stuff. I want to keep this air conditioner, at least for now. Gotta wait till the summer and see just how hot it gets in here and see if the cab air conditioner will be enough to cool us off just the front of the bus while we're driving. I have a feeling it's not. That's why I left this guy up there. So we had some rain last couple days and found some wet spots in here. One there. You can pretty much see it too. The streaks run down the walls. So at least we got, you know, some kind of clue here on where to start looking. I want to take care of that before I get into assembly. We're going to move some windows around too. We really like these emergency windows because of the way they open. The whole thing opens up. I can't get a good look at that with the, oh, here we go. Can't step back enough. So the whole window is wide open. And I think that would be great. I mean, I could feel a nice breeze coming in right now. So we've got some windows to remove. At least that's the way I think it's gonna play out. I gotta fix that handle there a little bit better too. The latches are pretty nice, man. They just like do their thing there, you know? Yeah, that used to hold. So anyway, we gotta take out these, with our current plan, back window is going to stay in and 3 windows come out. I guess it's because we're going to have the shower behind this hump. So yeah, I guess 2 windows behind the hump, and the window above the hump, and 1 window in the front of the hump. So that's 4 windows are going to come out on the left. 2 of those are the ones with the emergency exit. And then on the right side of the bus, the bathroom, the toilet is going to be behind this hump. So we wanted to remove this window. I don't know, kind of spousal disagreement, but we're taking out the window behind the hump, the window over the hump, and the window in front of the hump. So it's 3 windows. 7 windows are coming out. So what happens is we're gonna relocate the emergency exit windows in places that we want to have. Yeah, see, look at those streaks right there, man. That's been leaking. Yeah, so we can have you know, openable windows because they're actually really nice, man. That one's been stuck for a while. There we go. Hadn't opened that one since I bought it, So, yeah, man, you know, I was thinking of possibly putting some of those little gas cylinders on here to hold the window wide open. I don't know, I'll think of something. There's micro switches in here that are part of the whole warning system doodah. So I need to follow these wires. My plan is, I called the manufacturer. This is a Thomas bus. They told me how all this stuff works. All these switches, they search for, they make a ground circuit when the switch is activated. In other words, when the window's open, it makes a ground. So I found out that right here, this is the emergency exit on the roof. This one is okay. This one over here, I think, is the one that the switch is bad, and it was making a connection. So all you have to do is unplug it, and it disables the emergency warning system in the bus. Buzzers go off and stuff, and it does some other things. I can't remember. But anyway, my plan is to, because you know all these things they're numbered. It tells you where it goes. P143 is the circuit, and you can figure out. I got the book on the bus. You can figure out which module is, and then just cut the wire off at the module and maybe repurpose the wiring for roof lights or something. But so anyway, I gotta, you know, you can see the wire right there coming from this one. So that's going to be a little bit of a task. We got one broken window here, which is yeah, it's just aesthetics really. A lot of the windows have the latches broken, and so this little plastic guy here, when you open the window, it'll just come right out and you can lose it. One of them's lost, but it's just going to be an easy fix for any of the ones that we're going to keep. All I got to do is get a little piece of wood and epoxy it in between that little place right there, and then we'll be golden on that. All those will be as good as new. The windows are actually really nice. Yeah, that one's cracked too. Tinted windows, nice felts on them for 10 years old, you know. I don't really like that they're plastic. Yeah, the emergency exits are metal, but all the rest of them are made out of plastic. Which is, you know, this piece, I think that's metal. A lot of it is plastic. But anyway, so that's the plan. I'll come back to you when I make some more progress. Put this light in there, in here. I had it in the shed for about 30 years. Finally got a chance to use it for something. So that's just temporary for working on it. I was thinking about keeping this little seat. This little seat used to be on the left-hand side of the bus, all the way in the back, so as there to not block the exit. It was up in that little corner back where I'm pointing. And I thought, well, all I gotta do is turn it around and I could put it here. So I drilled a hole, or one or two holes in this rail, just temporary, to see if the little woman would be happy enough to make that her co-pilot seat. But she's kind of intent on having a swiveling captain's chair, which I think would be better. Yeah. We're taking the door out. All this mechanism is going to go, and the whole door is going to be removed completely. I'm going to make a door that's taller than the standard door, and I don't feel like trying to scab something together, and I want lots of glass in it. So that's going to be a whole thing in itself. In my head, I've got it figured out, and I drew it up in AutoCAD, so I think I know what I'm going to do. Mrs. wants to get rid of these overhead cabinets, which I'm kind of okay with what we got here, but she's been watching all the rest of you guys on YouTube building your own stuff, and she likes the way that looks. So I guess that's another negotiation. The interior lights, the OEM interior lights, I kind of like them, man. I'm gonna keep them, most likely, and replace the bulbs with plug-in LEDs and hook them up to the house battery circuit, which I don't have in here yet. And they're spaced right now in pretty good location. The ones in the back are gonna be halfway between the bed. The bed's gonna go laterally from left to right here. It's pretty much, I didn't want that, but it's pretty much the only way this stuff fits because of the wheel humps and the size of the bus. I would have liked to have been able to have both of us have a walk path on either side of the bed. You know, it's that over 50 thing in the middle of the night. For all you guys that are not over 50, you'll figure it out. So that's what these blue tape marks are. If we were to put the bed long ways, there's that much room left over, which could have been split on either side, and it fits, but then there's not enough room really to put the shower and the bathroom before the humps without it getting kind of restrictive on the walk path. So we're going to put the bed laterally, which is this line back here, and that gives us plenty of room for a bathroom there and a shower there, or I think it's the other way around now, because whatever I build, I'm gonna go around that so we don't have a toe buster. I'm trying to remember, what did I do? I think, yeah, I think the shower's on this side, and then behind the shower is going to be like a nightstand kind of a deal. I can't remember if it's left or right, but I got it drawn out. So I'll get back to you, man. All right, so
here's what we're doing with this. That one's done. See, they're all full of dirt. So I get in there with my little awl. Come on, iPhone. And then I give it a shot of air. Then the drill can fit in there. And these are square drive, which I like. Tell you, I'm just about done with this iPhone. Bastards. That was a little buggered up. Then I come in with a drill. Give it a little bit of a twist to get it started. And just baby it nice and slow. We don't strip the heads out. That was fast because I wanted to show off. But anyway, oopsie. Okay. I'm not going to bore you with a bunch of those, but I've got that many of them done so far. I'm going to have to take that sill off the back, that black strip, because that's on top of the plastic, whatever this floor is made of. I'm actually okay with this floor stuff. You know? Maybe we'll just put our final floor on top of it and leave it. Floor is solid, man. So, we'll see. Later, guys. Alright, gang. I got all the trim off. Oh, dang it. I did forget one piece down there at the end. So here's the thing, man. This stuff is really stuck on there good. It's glued on with the contact cement. And it's like, it does come off. But there's no way I'm going to be able to do this like that. So here's what I'm thinking right now. Which is a thought anyway. I don't know if I'm going to do this or not, but I think I'm going to devise a clamp with 2 pieces of wood, 1 on each side, and then screw it or bolt it. So I got a good grip on that. And I think what I'm going to do is tie a rope to it
and hook my car to the other end of the rope and pull that thing out of there. Hopefully it won't tear. If I go slow enough, it might go. Same deal here. I mean, I can pull it up, but maybe when I was in my 20s or 30s, I could do this. But that'll be a wreck if I try to do the whole bus this way. It's pretty tough, man. The wood looks good though, so far anyway. I was afraid I was going to see some rot. I pulled this corner up pretty good. You can't tell, the light's not good enough here. It does feel damp under there though. I don't know if it's just because it's the glue or what. There's the gas filler dude. That thing was glued on too. No shortage of glue on this bus. It's almost 8 o'clock. But no, I can see way down there on the wall of my garage. It's after 8 o'clock. So I need to call it a day. Gotta go to work tomorrow. But got the trim off. There's the last piece right there. You got one screw to take out. A square drive, so every one of them's come out so far. Either came out or broke. So here's some more of that glue stuff. Let me show you what I tried doing here. I already put the screws back in it, but it was all of about 30 minutes to crack that loose by beating chisels and stuff between there, just so I could look behind there and see what kind of insulation is in there. It's full. Some polyester insulation, which I like because I know that stuff doesn't hold water. It's the same as this stuff back here. This is what's in the whole bus. Looks like it's damn near 2 inches. And it works. It works good. So when the sun's beating on the roof, you can pull this back and touch the metal. It's hotter than a firecracker. But when the insulation is there, it's not. So we'll augment what we've got here, fill in some of these areas with spray foam, most likely. And this whole area behind here is hollow. There's no insulation, so I'll probably spray foam in that. Oh, check out all these ground wires. Look at there. Loose grounds. And can you see that? That can wreak havoc with this computerized deal. So, alright. It's looking good. Getting exciting. Probably going to pull out the driver's seat so I can get the, I guess you call this stuff like linoleum, out from under it. Still don't know what I'm going to do for a floor in this thing. I was thinking linoleum, just because it's waterproof. It should be pretty cheap. I never bought linoleum before. But I could put down, you know, one piece of the stuff, no seams. Probably I can buy it that long, I don't know. Bada bing, you know, you got a floor. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking
I've seen Home Depot or Lowe's, I forget which. They've got these plastic slats that look just like wood. And they're snapped together like, 5 inches wide or whatever that is. I was actually thinking about using that in here. Don't know what will happen if I bolt a seat on top of it though. It'll deform, might buckle up. I don't know. Maybe I'll put some aluminum tread plate in the whole front end here. Not tread plate, grip, yeah, tread plate. That would look nice. You could buy me one big piece of aluminum tread plate, cover that whole entrance area, and the steps too. And go to a sheet metal shop and have them bend. I don't have a brake, but I can have them. Let's see what we got going on out here. Got leftover parts. Like the yin yang. And my flashlight. I can give you a little bit better look with my flashlight now. Yeah, look at them tires, man. That's gonna go on the right rear. I'm gonna put 2 new ones on the front when we get ready to hit the road. So, yeah, there you go. I guess that's 5/8 plywood. But yeah, this whole area, I can put aluminum tread plate. Because the little woman doesn't like stepping on this stuff because it's too aggressive. It hurts her feet. That's another one of those things that I'm okay with. It's either that or I got to grind those little bumps off of there so it's not so aggressive. Because this stuff is, man, it's really glued on good. It doesn't make sense to me to pull that off. Yeah, maybe we'll just stop the aluminum tread plate right there. Just put one piece under the seat. Well, that's a thought anyway. So we're going to make something in this area like a shoebox thing. Yeah, I wanted to show you something back here. I forget what it was. Now that I got the flashlight. So back here, oh yeah, that space. See the glue in there? This whole bus is glue, and it's seriously strong stuff, man. I'm telling you. It's hard. I don't know what it is. It's might be like a hot glue. But every piece of the sheet metal, you can see where it was squeezing out right there. I don't even want to think about pulling the skin off of this. As hard as it was on that piece of skin on the side. Because I think the ceiling is fine. No sense in changing it. Yeah, you see the glue is in that seam right there. I'd like to take this thing out. Because it's just taking up space. Where the taillights were. There's nothing in here, just the water drain hose for the air conditioner. There's 2 of them, one on each side. Runs down there in the corner. And there's another one on this side. So whichever way the bus is leaning, it'll drain. It's pretty cool. We're gonna put a mini split back here. That's what the plan is. Probably utilize these same brackets. To some extent, I'm not exactly sure, but they're very well secured.
the wire. I shorted the wire on this thing. The marker light right there. I think this Thomas bus is pretty well made. I mean, it's a production. Hey, look at all that. Can't do this with one hand. There we go. That's got to be a 1/2 inch thick. Filling that little gap right there. Yeah, I don't think I need to worry about filling this up. I'll probably fill that entirely with spray foam. I can feel the fiberglass, I mean the polyester, it's right around the corner. So yeah, that's a good. So yeah, you can see it right there. It's full between as much as you could pack in there between the outer skin and the inner. So that's good. Yeah, I was looking for it here. I really couldn't. There it is. I was poking my head up in there and I couldn't see. But with my iPhone I can get the camera up around that edge there. So I would like to fill a gap between that foam insulation and the opening here. I'll fill that with spray foam. I don't know what's, I'd like to know what's in there. If there's a gap. I could pop the lights out and take a look. Nice dome lights, I like them. So, yeah, see, it's just right around the edge there. No rust. There's one cut and everything. No, it's just that glue. You know, the fact that they put so much glue on this thing, on the roof, I'm really feeling good about that. Don't have to worry about roof leaks. So most of the area along the top corner here, we're going to put upper cabinets, shelving or cabinets. Man, I wish I knew if we needed this AC or not now. For sure. That's a new cover. We took it off the rear AC and brought it up here. The front cover was a little bit whacked. I kind of rebuilt this whole thing, cleaned all the fins on the evaporator, fixed a diode that was, put a diode in line with the low fan speed. And I don't know why. Maybe the low speed creates some noise, electrical noise, so they had to put diode in there to quiet it down. Or it's just that little bit of a voltage drop going through the diodes is what they were looking for to help slow it down some. But it had a single diode in there and it was fried. And I put two in parallel so it'll share some of the current. Hopefully it'll be alright. It still gets pretty hot. It was in line with yeah, I think you can probably see it. I can't get the light in there. But they're back behind there, you can see those wires. That's the resistor for the fan speed control. There they are. Right there. Those were in line halfway downstream here in the middle of a loom, which I think aided to them heating up. So I put them at the end there in the airstream so it'll keep them cool. Hopefully they won't fry again. If they do, at least I'll know it's easy replacement. It's alright, I think I bored you guys enough with all this. Just thinking out loud is really what I'm doing. Alright, till next time.